Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and do some practice with our winky faces and squinty faces. So again, a winky face is something where you see that positive sign, a parenthesis, and a negative sign. So an example of this would be something like 3 plus -2. You can see that winky face right there. And we want to completely get rid of him. He goes bye-bye, and that makes him very sad. He does not like going bye-bye. And so he would change to a subtraction sign. If you see, I'm completely getting rid of both eyes and the nose. Those parentheses and those positive and negative signs go away, and the whole thing becomes a subtraction sign, so that makes him very sad. So what you're really just doing with this problem is 3 subtract 2, which is 1. Okay, so don't let those negative signs confuse you. Just make sure you get rid of those winky faces and squinty faces. And the other one we got is the squinty face, which looks something kind of like this. Kind of like to draw the mouth a little bit high because he looks grumpy. But anyway, your squinty face looks something like this. You're going to see that squinty face right here. He's not very happy. And so when we get rid of all the negativity in our life, it makes us positive. It makes us happy. Okay, so notice again, I'm getting rid of those 2 negative signs and that parenthesis. If you were to, in the video I mentioned in the Nearpod, if you just connect these together, you can kind of see that it forms a plus sign right here. So that what that means is you're just getting rid of all of this negativity in your life, and that makes it positive. Makes you so much happier. So 4 subtract -2 is the exact same thing as just 4 plus 2, which gives us 6. Okay? So now if we were to go ahead and use the rules and stuff we were talking about, where the first number tells us where to start on the number line, and the second number tells us how many spaces to go, and the sign in the middle tells us which direction to go. If it's positive, we're going to go to the right. If it's negative, we're going to go to the left. Okay, so let's see some of these kind of in action right here. So let's start with this first example problem right here. So we got -3 plus -2. Step 1, we're going to want to see if we have any winky faces or squinty faces. In this case, in this problem, we got a winky face. He's so happy, and so we got to get rid of him. Got to get rid of all his happiness, and that makes him very sad. Okay, so he becomes just a subtraction sign, so then we got -3 subtract 2, and we're going to take this to our number line right over here. So again, that first number right here, which is -3, is going to be our starting point on our number line. So we're going to put a dot at -3 on our number line. And then the sign in the middle tells us to go either to the right or to the left, and because it's a negative sign, we're going to go to the left. How many spaces? 2 spaces. So we're going to start here at -3, and then we're going to go to the left 2 spaces. 1, 2. And that puts us at -5. So the answer to -3 subtract 2 is -5, because we're getting more in debt. Okay, we're going more negative. Okay, we're starting with -$3, and then we're spending 2 more. So that means we're now in debt a total of $5. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So let's look at this one right here. So again, step 1, we're going to want to make sure we get rid of any winky faces or squinty faces. In this case, we have a squinty face. So if we get rid of all that negativity in our life, it becomes a positive. So we're just left with 4 plus 6. You might already know the answer to this, but we're still going to take it to the number line so you can see that it works with everything. First number is where we start, so we're going to start at +4. The positive sign in the middle tells us we need to go to the right. And we're going to go to the right 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us at 10. Okay? Let's go ahead and do another one. We're going to do this one right here. Again, first step. get rid of any winky faces or squinty faces. Again, for this one, we have a winky face. Oh my gosh, he's so happy. Go away, we don't like you. Goodbye, winky face. That makes you very sad. So now we're just left with 8 minus 4, which some of you might know, but we're still going to take it to the number line anyway. First number is where we start. First number right here is 8, so we're going to start at 8. And then we got a subtraction sign in the middle, which tells us we're going to be going to the left. And how many spaces? 4. So we're going to go to the left 4 spaces starting at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts us at positive 4. So my answer to 8 subtract 4 would be positive 4. Let's go ahead and do the second to last one right here. Again, we got another winky face. Oh my gosh, he's so happy. Go away. We don't like your happiness. That makes him very sad. So then we're left with negative 7 subtract 2. Okay. Again, we're going to take this to the number line right here. So we're going to start at negative 7 down here. And then we're subtracting, which means we're going to go to the left. And then how many spaces are we going to go to the left? 2 spaces. 1, 2. So that puts us at negative 9. Now some of the problems you might come across, like this one right here, will not have any winky faces or squinty faces. So even though there are 2 negative signs right here, there's no nose separating them. So this is not a squinty face. It's just a normal problem that we can just solve. Okay? There's no winky faces or squinty faces. There's no parentheses, nothing like that. So we're just going to go ahead and start with our rule, where this is where we'll start. And then this is the direction we're going. Since it's negative, this means we're going to go to the left. And we're going to go to the left 8 spaces. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start over here at negative 4. And we're going to go to the left 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, my number line's not big enough. So this would be negative 11. This right here would be negative 12. So my answer to this problem would be negative 12. Now, when you're working with some word problems over here, you're going to want to make sure you look for those key words like we talked about in Unit 1, okay? So, words like dropped are going to be subtracting. Again, withdrew, that means we're going to be subtracting, okay? So let's go ahead and read a couple of these problems and see if we can write out a statement that would work. So it says the temperature in the morning was 5 degrees Celsius. Is that a positive 5 or a negative 5? Positive, because it says it was 5 degrees. So we're going to start with positive 5. And it says by the afternoon it dropped 8 degrees. Okay? So that means we're dropping. This is a negative word, and then we have an 8. So we drop 8 degrees. What is our current temperature? Okay, so if we have our number line right here, we're going to start at that positive 5, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right about here. And then this tells us where to go on the number line. We're going to go to the left, and then we're going to go to the left 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This puts us at negative 3. So the final answer would be negative 3 degrees. Now, some of the other questions, like this one, let's go ahead and practice this one. It says, Jamie had $100 in her bank account. She withdrew $75. Okay, so she had $100. Is she in debt $100, or does she already have it? She already has it, which means this is going to be a positive 100. Okay, and then she withdrew 75. If you remember from our last unit, withdrew is a negative word, so we're going to be subtracting, and then we have 75 right here. So we have 100 minus 75. This is going to give us 25. So you can go ahead and just type this one into your calculator, because you're probably not going to want to draw a number line that's 100 spaces long. That sounds really monotonous and kind of terrible. So go ahead and with these bigger ones, just go ahead and plug those into your calculator. But with the ones that are smaller, I want you to try it on the number line and make sure you can do it by hand as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this next one. So it says a diver is 50 meters below sea level. Okay, so the diver is 50 meters below sea level. So is this 50 positive or negative? The answer is it's negative because we have 50 meters below. So this is going to be negative 50. And then it says the diver then rises 30 meters. Is rises a positive word or a negative word? It's positive. So this means we're going to add 30. Okay, then what is the diver's current position? You would go ahead and just type this into your calculator, or you can draw the number line if you really want to draw negative 50 on your number line. But the concept is the same in that you're starting out negative and you're getting higher, so that means your answer is going to be closer to 0. Okay, I want you to go ahead and then try these next couple of problems right here on your own. Go ahead and try them in your notes and raise your hand and call me over, and I will come over and check them. We can talk about them if you have any questions.